Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just have a quick little video I wanted to show you guys because I have been buying plants lately. I don't know why I did that. It's like an Italian. Your girl's been shopping lately. Ooh. Oh, it is. There's a battery in there, I just didn't close it. So I have been buying plants lately. I have been buying too many plants, first of all, way too many plants. I am putting myself on a quasi plant ban because I have been buying too much. And I wanted to show you guys really quickly plants that I have added to my collection. I wanted to make the distinction that this does not include trades I've made recently because I have made some cool trades for some cool plants. This is only plants that I have purchased. Way too many. So I'm gonna say within the last like 2 months I have purchased 12 plants. I have purchased 12 plants in the last month. A lot of them are from the big box store, so I'll show you where I got them from and everything, but I've been getting some really good plants lately. I have knocked some amazing plants off my wish list. I have gotten some really good deals at the big box store. I've just been having a grand old time with my plants. So I did want to show them with you guys really quickly. This is probably gonna be a short video because I'm not really gonna talk about them that much. They are new to my collection, so I just wanted to show you guys what has been added. So yeah, let's get started. So the first one I brought over is this gorgeous snake plant. I got this at Home Depot, I want to say. I'm gonna pot it into this pot, that's why I have it in here. It is a leaf joy plant. It was $6, so very good deal in my opinion. And it is so cute. I love snake plants. I specifically love these like tall ones. And this one has silvery foliage. It's so stunning. So I did get this one. Most of the other ones in the store only had the one. I did get this one because it has a little baby, which I think is so cute. I absolutely love this one. And like I said, I have this planter already waiting, so it's gonna go in here. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this yet. I was thinking the bathroom because, you know, with snake plants, you can kind of not worry about the lighting as much. I'll put it in like a fairly good light, but I think it's gonna look so cute. And like I said, I love the silvery foliage. I had never seen one like this before, so Home Depot, go check it out. That was the first one. Absolutely love this one. I couldn't pass it up. I might honestly even get another one because I just love how easy snake plants are to just kind of pop in any corner and get a nice little bit of greenery. You don't have to worry about them that much. So yeah, that's the first one. The second two, it's so funny because I'm not sure when this is going to be posting, but I did a plant swap with my new plant friend Megan. Hi Megan, if you're watching. We did a plant trade together and I traded for both of these Hoyas. And then it was like, I got the package. I'm gonna be posting the trade in the July vlog. Hopefully I would have put this up already, but I will be posting that then. So I got the package, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And then I think I went to Home Depot the next day, either the next day or like 2 days after, and I saw 2 out of the 5 Hoyas that I got from Megan, and they were just so beautiful and such a good deal that I was too impatient to let my cuttings for Megan grow. So I still have the cuttings. I'm probably going to be adding them into these plants, but I did end up getting 2 Hoya at Home Depot. The first one is Hoya chuke. Look at how stunning. Absolutely love this Hoya. This Hoya has been on my wish list for a while. And this was such a stunning plant. I do have the cutting from Megan already in here. The cutting she gave me wasn't rooted, so I just stuck it in. This is like peat moss, whatever. So this has all the cutting Megan gave me is already like hard, and I think it's on its way to rooting in there. But look at how stunning this is. This was $6. Plant prices are blowing my mind because I was a plant collector back in the COVID days, and so these plant prices right now are just blowing my mind. I cannot believe I got such a stunning plant for $6. I think this is gonna make the most gorgeous hanging Hoya. I'm not sure what the flowers look like, but this has been on my wish list for a while. So yeah, I absolutely love this plant. Thank you again, Megan. I think it's this strand, I wanna say, that you gave me. I'm not sure, but it just goes in so beautifully. And now I have a gorgeous hanging plant. So this was, like I said, this was $6 at Home Depot. I just couldn't pass it up. Absolutely obsessed. Love it so much. And right now I have it in this Cafe Bustelo. It fits perfectly. Literally the lip is perfect. Now that I'm showing it to you guys, I'm gonna take out this tag. I just didn't want to forget the name. It's from Leaf Joy again, proven winners, and it is a Hoya chuke. Super obsessed with that one. Love that. The next one is another Hoya I also got from Megan. This had been on my wish list for a long time because I just love the foliage so much. I have already added a trellis to this because I think this one I'm going to let hang, this Hoya chuke, but this Hoya I definitely want to trellis, so I did already add the trellis onto there. This is a Hoya vangviengiensis. Here, let me move this. This is the tag that it came with. Again, $6, a proven winner's plant. Like I said, these plant prices are just blowing my mind. I cannot get over them. But yeah, this was the most gorgeous specimen I saw there. It has like 3 different plants in it, and it's so happy and healthy. The reason that vangviengiensis has been on my wish list for a while is because of this foliage. It is so dark and shiny, and it's got like this texture to it that I absolutely love. I'm obsessed with leaves with texture, specifically Hoyas, and I am just so happy to have this. Again, I think this is the cutting from Megan. I don't remember, but your cutting is in there, so it's part of this now. And this already has a bunch of new growth on there. It's so dark and beautiful. I'm so in love with this plant. So again, absolutely so ecstatic to have this. I couldn't say no when I got it because I knew that even though I had the cutting, I just wanted this. It was $6 and I couldn't say no. So I got these at the same time at Home Depot, a little $12 plant shopping trip. I think that was like a month ago, and they're already settling in well. I don't remember this growth being there when I bought it, so I think this might be growth in my care, which is so exciting. So that is number 3, Hoya vangviengiensis, that I've added to my collection recently. Obsessed. And then the next one is, I think, the biggest one I have added to my collection lately. Here, let me put these over here. I think the next one is the biggest plant that I've added to my collection lately. It was a plant that I used to have a long time ago, and then I got rid of because I was still in our apartment here in Jacksonville and I didn't have enough room for it. It grows really big, and especially with philodendron, like if you don't have the space for them, I just recommend getting a few that you have space for instead of like filling your house or apartment up with philodendron, because they take up so much room. Once you start to like properly give them care, moss pull, all like that, they take up so much freaking room. But I am ready. I've been wanting to add this one back in my collection because it's just so unique. I love it so much. I was sad when I got rid of it at the apartment, but I just knew that I didn't have room for it, and I knew that I could just, you know, get it back one day. So we are back. This is the Philodendron tortum, or the Philodendron twisted sister, as Proven Winners says. I've never heard of that before, but this is the tag. So gorgeous. I got this, I want to say, for $30, and it has already grown like 4 new leaves in my care. It had 2 emerging leaves because there's 2 plants in here. I don't know if you can see that in there, but there are 2 different plants in here, and so there's 2 new growth points. I have a new leaf right here, if you can see that, and then I think this has been a new leaf in my care, and this big one has been a new leaf in my care. So it is growing very, very well. The one thing I want to say about this plant is that it is in very crappy soil, which it came from the big box store, so no shocker there, but I definitely want to repot this because it's like moving a lot, and that makes me very nervous. So I have actually been using the tag that it came with kind of as a stake to keep it upright. So I'm gonna keep it upright. And then I didn't want to repot it before I showed you guys the plant, but I am probably going to be repotting it soon. I probably will put it back in the same pot because I doubt that it's that root bound. If not, I might put it up a pot size, but it is very happy. It's growing. It's just moving around and it's making me worry that it's not like secure in the pot. So I will be doing that soon, but I wanted to show you guys first. Look how stunning! It was $30. The COVID plant people know that this would have been like $100 easy. At this size, this plant would have been so expensive back in the day. So I cannot believe it when I saw it. The big box store has been coming with some plants lately and they've been getting me every time I go. So I think everything I've shown so far, yeah, everything I've shown so far has been from Home Depot. So I got some very, very good stuff there. And I'm so in love with this plant. I love it so much. It has made me so happy bringing this back into my collection. And I have plans for this one. Now that I have room, I want this one to get big. I don't think I'm going to use a moss pole, but I think I am going to stake it up because it's happy when it has something to climb up. It doesn't necessarily have to be moss, but I do want it to get nice and tall. So yeah, this was probably... This is probably the thing I was the most excited to talk about because I cannot believe that this is at the big box store now. It's just so freaking cool. Like, such a unique plant that used to be so rare, you know? Crazy. Crazy world we're in. Okay, folks, so we are 1, 2, 3, 4 done. So we are a third through, folks. Like I said, 12 plants in 2 months is a bit excessive, but what are you gonna do? All right, so let me go get the next batch. The next batch is a batch of 3 different Hoyas. So let me go get those. I'll be right back. If you see my pants, I'm in my pajamas. Don't judge me. All right, so next I have a batch of 3 Hoyas. So if you don't follow me, I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I was out of town when they were doing their Plantcon, which was like this huge plant show that they had here in Jacksonville, and I didn't get to go to it, and I was so sad. I wanna say that was last month. It was not too long ago, but I wasn't able to go and I was very sad about it. So one of my plant friends, Ashley, if you're watching this, shout out to you, Ashley. She got me a couple of my plants. Well, I paid her, but she picked them up for me, you know what I mean? And I was able to get my all-time wishlist Hoya. I have imported this Hoya, killed it. I have bought it online, killed it. And so this is my 3rd attempt to have this Hoya. This is the Hoya Spartioides? I don't know, but it's that really funky looking Hoya where it's like all these crazy looking leaves. I absolutely love this Hoya. This is the one Hoya, or yeah, one Hoya that I have tried over and over again, and it just doesn't agree with me. I don't know why. Well, the first one was unrooted. The second one, I'm not sure. But I got this for $25, which if you are a rare plant person or a Hoya person, you know that that is a pretty dang good deal. I have not repotted it because I repotted the other 2 that I got, but this one has no roots. So it is $25 for an unrooted cutting, which, you know, I would have liked to known that it was not rooted, but hopefully it will root just fine for me. As she says that she killed the other 2, but whatever. I'm gonna give it another try, and for $25, I could not say no. This is a very rare Hoya. It is hard to come by, so when I saw that she had this, I absolutely had to pick it up, so I am so excited about this one. A Hoya that has been on my wish list for years. The second I saw it and heard about it, it was on my wish list. Again, like I said, bought it, killed it, and we are trying again. But I find myself to be a better Hoya parent, so hopefully I will do a better job with this one. But I absolutely love this, and I'm so happy to have this. I also got 2 different Hoya. This was another one that was on my Hoya wish list. This is a Hoya AH074 Silver Moon. So I don't have that many silvery Hoya, but I just love the look of this one. I actually saw this one on Plant Haven Toronto's website, but I didn't order. There wasn't enough for me to want to order or whatever, but I'd heard of it for the first time from them. And then I saw that they had this at Plantcon, and I told Ashley I wanted it immediately. I didn't save how much it was. I want to say it was only like $10 or something, but it was so much cheaper than Plant Haven Toronto had it. And this is like a good, healthy cutting. It is so cool. I love the silvery foliage, but I love that it has pieces of green on it. I want to say it is the same thing as my Nova Ghost, or like a type of Carnosa. It doesn't exactly look like my Nova Ghost, but it does look very similar. And I absolutely love this one. It was put on my wish list immediately once I saw it from Plant Haven Toronto, and I could not believe that they had it. I have repotted this one. It was in the same size as this, and I knew I was gonna dry it out. So I did put it in a bigger nursery pot. It seems to be doing well. I already see a growth point there that was not there before. So we are just thriving. We are thriving in my care. I'm not sure if I want to let this hang or if I'm gonna trellis it. It kind of gives me the vibe of wanting to be a hanging plant just based on the look of the leaves. So I think I might make it a hanging plant. I'm just not sure yet. So I'm gonna let it grow out a little bit and then decide from there. But I just love the little green specks. I told Ashley I specifically wanted one that had green because if it's all silver, I think it looks the exact same as my Nova Ghost. And I think the green bits set it apart. So I hope it gets more green. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's a very unique Hoya, and I'm so happy to add it to my collection. So yeah, that is the second Hoya I got from Plantcon. The Plantcon that I did not attend. And then this is the third. This is Hoya spectatissima. I'm gonna show you guys the tag because I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hoya spectatissima. It was a Hoya that I had never heard of before, but I absolutely fell in love with the foliage when she sent me a picture of it. It's very unique looking. I already have repotted and trellised this one as well because, again, it was in a very small nursery pot and I was worried about underwatering it. So I have up-potted it and then put it on this cute acrylic trellis, and I do see new growth. There's new growth at the bottom. The tendril has already extended, so it is on its way to growing. And yeah, I see baby leaves up top here, so it's definitely on its way. It seems very happy. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to let this one hang or trellis it. I just wanted to trellis it at first, but I might turn it into a hanging plant. I'm not sure, but I just thought that this looked so cute. Absolutely loved it. Again, had never heard of this Hoya before, but I think it was only $10. $10 or $5, I don't even remember. The prices were very good. I'm almost glad I went because I would have been bankrupt. As you can see, the overconsumption of plants in this household is real. I buy way too many plants, I know that, so I'm trying to not do that, which is why I am glad that I did not go, because this was my budget. It was actually funny because I had a Venmo balance because I had like sold something on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. And so when I Venmo'd her over the money, I was like, it's free. Like I didn't even have to use any of my money because the Venmo balance was already there. So these Hoyas were free. I got my wish list Hoya for free because it was in my Venmo balance. So that money is not real, didn't count. But yeah, I got all of these recently from Plantcon in Jacksonville, and I could not be happier. I have now added 5 new Hoyas to the collection, so we're pushing 50. We are pushing 50 Hoyas in this household. Ugh, my goodness. I'm so bad. What is next? Okay, I wrote them down in order of what I got them. So I got all of those like first ones at the same time at Home Depot. And then Ashley gave me my Hoya, so that was next. And then I was at Lowe's. I want to say I went to Lowe's, or yeah. Sean and I went to Lowe's? I don't remember. No, I was by myself. I went to Lowe's and I got 2 hanging baskets. So let me go get those and I will show you what's next. Okay, so one of the hanging baskets was full price and one of them was on clearance. So I will show you the full price one first. This is insane. I absolutely love this plant so much. It is a type of Ripsalis. I do not know exactly what type it is. If you do know, let me know. The tag just says assorted foliage, so it doesn't even say that it's a Ripsalis, but I just know that it is. And it has grown so much, okay? I wanna say I got this 3 weeks ago, like not that long ago at all. And I swear every single bit up here is new growth. Like these were not here when I got this plant. And for some reason, I don't know if mine's more light, less light, I'm not sure, but it's just growing like strands. It's not like breaking off. It's just long ass strands, which is different looking than what it was originally doing. It was originally like separating itself a lot, if you can see that. And now it is just putting out these super long strands. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I love this plant. This might be in the running for the most favorite plant I've purchased recently, because it's just so weird. It's so weird and so cool. I will say I probably will need to repot it soon, because I bought it, I want to say 3 weeks ago, and I've already watered it 3 times. And that is way more than I normally water a Ripsalis. So I already know that it is probably super root bound in there, because every single time I can see it, it like droops a lot. Like these will all be down, and then when I water, they all go back up. So it is just so insane looking. I can't get over it. And I am absolutely obsessed. It was $22. So a little bit more expensive, but like, look at how big this is. Look at how humongous. It is one of the only Ripsalis I have in my collection. I have a Ripsalis paradoxa, which looks nothing like this. Similar, you know, in the fact that it's a Ripsalis, but you would not get this type of growth with that Ripsalis. So I love it so much. It's definitely a unique, it's not going to be for everybody kind of plant, but it is for me. I love it so much, and it adds so much to my hanging plant wall, which you see back there. It adds so much character and texture to it, and I'm so obsessed. These big box stores are getting me. They are getting me with this stuff. I cannot help myself. So that is next on the list. Some sort of Ripsalis. I have no idea what kind, but she is a beauty. She is so beautiful. I'm gonna put that there. I'm trying not to put it on the table, because every time I water it, I was like bottom watering it, and I keep crushing some of the leaves. So it's actually hanging off the tripod at the moment. So I did go over that. The snake plant, the Hoya chuke, the vangviengiensis tortum, Hoya Ripsalis. Dang, I have bought a lot of plants. Next is the mystery lipstick plant. So when I was buying the Ripsalis, I was almost out of the store. I was almost out, and I saw this. I looked in the clearance section. That's what got me, the clearance section. And I saw this plant. I am like 99% sure it's a lipstick plant. I don't actually know. It was half off, you can see. So I paid $17 divided by half. I paid like $8 for it. And I have no idea what type it is. I tried to do a little bit of research, but I couldn't exactly get a specific ID on it. I just know from my knowledge that it's a lipstick plant. I just don't know what kind. This is now the 3rd lipstick plant that I have in my collection, because I'm gonna show you I got another one. So the only one that I had prior to this haul of plants was a black pagoda lipstick plant, and I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but I love this one. I have no idea what it is. I don't really care. I just know that I like the foliage. It almost looks like a Hoya, but it has grown so much in my care. Like, it has grown a ton. I feel like it was looking a little spindly before, but it was on clearance, so I didn't really care. And now it is already starting to hang. It wasn't doing that before, and it's just so cute. And it was on clearance. I can't remember if this was Lowe's or Home Depot now that I'm thinking about it. I want to say Lowe's, but I don't even know. But absolutely love it. Could not be happier with this one. I can't wait to see what the blooms look like. If you own any lipstick plants, you know the blooms are to die for. And I want to say I hope this is red. You know, I hope this has really gorgeous red blooms, but I just like the foliage. So I bought it. I like a plant that has beautiful foliage because it's not always in bloom. So if you can appreciate the foliage when it's in bloom, or if you can appreciate the foliage when it's not in bloom, then I think it's a good plant to have. So yeah, absolutely love this one and very happy that I got it. Let me go put these back because I'm worried about them. Okay, folks, we are knocking some This haul is so interesting because I wasn't even expecting to buy any of these. And then in the last couple months, I have knocked off so many wish list plants off my wish list. That's a tongue twister, but I have gotten so many good plants the last couple months and all at amazing prices. Like I said earlier in the video, I am a COVID plant parent. I am from the era of paying way too much money for plants. So now the fact that I can just go into like a big box store and spend 20 bucks on a plant that used to be like 200, it's just blowing my mind. Let me know if you agree and if you used to pay those prices for plants, because it's kind of crazy. I feel like it's like cheating somehow. But it's also still so exciting. Like I went into Walmart. This one is from Walmart. And I could not believe my eyes. I know a lot of people find it, but I have never seen it at a big box store. Otherwise, I definitely would have picked it up because it has been on my wish list for years. It's been on my wish list since beginning plant parenthood, and I never found it. So this is it. It is a Thai pink lipstick plant. How stunning is this? This has been on my wish list for so long. If you know what the blooms look like, oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. They have pink lipstick blooms, and obviously mine is not in bloom. I just got it, I wanna say a month ago. I think all of these have been purchased like in the last 2 months. So I want to say a month ago, but it is so cute. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I'm looking at it now, and I mean, I'm giving it as high light as I can, and my foliage is growing pretty small, if you'll notice that. This is the foliage that has grown in my care, and it's much smaller than the original foliage. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but it seems to be happy because there's new growth everywhere. If you look at it, new growth from all sides. The bottom, yeah, I think maybe not enough sun. I can't possibly give it any more sun in my house, but I'm just gonna have to deal with smaller foliage, I guess, but it is so stunning. They call it an Scindapsis pink passion, but I cannot wait for the day that I have blooms on this. I have wanted this plant for so long. Pink is definitely one of my favorite colors. Pink and purple. Shout out Literary Lounge. Pink and purple are definitely among my favorite colors, and I just think it's so cool that this plant gets covered in like these beautiful bright pink blooms. I can't wait to see it. And yeah, I got this plant for $20 at Walmart. That is so crazy. I was talking about Plant Haven Toronto earlier. One of the plants that I was thinking about buying from Plant Haven Toronto was this plant, and they have a plant that probably has like 2 or 3 cuttings, and I want to say it was more than this whole thing. So I felt like I had won the freaking lottery when I saw this plant at Walmart. I felt so rich and I'm so lucky that I was able to get this plant for a fraction of the price, to have this whole big hanging basket already without having to grow it out myself. So yeah, I just could not believe it. I am so excited about it. I'm wondering if this small foliage is a watering problem, because I did let this dry out way too much. So I'm gonna see if the more water and fertilizer I get it, if I can get big foliage, because yeah, I want the foliage to look like this. I want it to look like this and not like this. I'm happy it's growing. It's just, you know, my planty senses are tingling, saying that it's probably not getting something that it needs. And I know from my experience with the Black Pagoda that lipstick plants like more water than you think they do. So I did bottom water this a couple days ago, so it is good now, but it was looking a little dry before that. So hi Delta. It was looking a little dry before that, so I'm wondering if that's contributing to the smaller foliage. But yeah, I just can't believe I have this plant. The 2020 version of Plant Friends by Andrea would not believe that this was at Walmart for $20. Just crazy. So yeah, that is another one. Again, I'm putting you on the camera until I get up. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've talked about 10 plants, and then the last two I gotta go get from the bathroom because I already have them styled in the bathroom, so I'll go get them and show you that. I'll be right back. So second to last plant I have purchased recently is this Scindapsis. Look at how stunning. I literally could not believe this when I saw it, and it was on freaking sale. Are you kidding me? I paid $10 for this. It says it's a Scindapsis Mount Salac. I've never heard of that before, but I just could not believe. See, there's the tag. I just could not believe I saw this for half off. I will say I have already brought it back to life a little bit. Basically, when I saw it, it was just underwatered. Like, it was droopy, you know, Scindapsis leaves, they curl in. It was looking like that, and it already has perked up so much. It has grown so much since I got it in my care. It has put out all these new leaves. It was trailing a little bit, but not this much. The one thing I'm thinking about doing is cutting off these trailing bits and just focusing on more full growth from the top. I'm not sure yet. I could always like propagate them and put them back in. But what's really cool about this and what I love is that it's in a self-watering pot. Whoa, there's a crazy root in there. Yeah, I just cannot believe, and then it twists back up. I had never seen this from the big box store before. But I think it's actually cute, and it has a water gauge right here because sometimes self-watering planters are a little ugly, but I think this one is super cute, and I'm definitely going to keep it in here for as long as I can. I think I'm just going to fix the soil because you can see it's not looking too great in there. I put soil right here because it was like bare. The roots were completely bare, but this is the original soil that it comes in. And it's not the best, so I do think I'm going to rehab this one a little bit. But again, obviously completely savable. It was in the clearance rack for $10, and I brought it back to life already just with a couple really good waters. So I think you should always check the clearance rack because I have found some amazing, amazing plants in there. And I don't know how rare of a Scindapsis this is, but it looks fancy. You know what I mean? Just as a plant person, I've never seen this type before, and I think it just looks really different from anything else that I have in my collection. So I absolutely had to pick this one up. Obsessed with it, and yeah, you might be seeing me work on this one for a little bit. This is probably out of the ones that I've gotten the most like rehab that I need. I need to work on the tortum. That one needs to be repotted, but yeah, this one needs a little bit of work, but it was $10. How could I say no to that? I'm so in love with this one. So yeah, this is Scindapsis Mount Salac, and I am so happy to have it in my collection. Yee, I love plants. Right, Delta? We love plants. We love plants. We love plants. Plant Friends by Andrea. Plant Friends by Andrea. Plant Friends by Andrea. Delta has a cone on. She looks so sad. I'm gonna take a picture. This is my view. You ready? Your paw looks better already though, so it's working. Your paw looks better already, so it must be working. You sweet girl. You just gotta stop licking it. I know. You're so sad. Anyway, we are almost done, folks. I know that this is probably gonna be not as long of a video, but I really just wanted to like rapid fire go through all these plants that I have gotten recently. So this is the last one. And you guys, hey, you get over here, conehead. You guys, this plant, I literally could not believe I saw this at a big box store. Ask Sean if you see him. I literally lost my shit when I saw this plant because story time, I bought this plant back in the day, COVID days, or like a little bit post-COVID days. I bought this plant, I want to say 2 or 3 nodes. 2 or 3 nodes. They had leaves, so like couple cuttings for $60. I remember specifically Alexa. Shout out to my girl. I bought it from her and I thought that that was such a good deal, and I was like, this is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I want this plant so badly. $60 I paid for that back in the day. Let me show you what I just got for $30. Are you freaking kidding me? This is a variegated heartleaf philodendron. How stunning is this? Are you kidding me? The COVID plant parent in me is shook. I'm shooketh at this. It is so gorgeous. It is in this gorgeous pot. It's like terracotta from Costa Farms, and it is so happy. So happy. Here, let me take it out of the hanging pot. I haven't yet, actually. I would love to see what the roots look like. I'm just trying to be careful to not hurt any of the foliage. But it is so stunning. Oh yeah, it is so happy in there. I just watered it, so it looks a little wet, but that's fine. And it has this gorgeous pot and the whole plant for $30. I literally could not believe when I saw this. I had never seen this at the big box store, obviously, otherwise I would have picked it up. That $60 plant I bought forever ago, I either killed or sold or did something. I don't even know, but I wasn't able to have nearly as many plants at our old apartment. We didn't have very good natural sunlight, but here I'm right in front of my dining room window, and the whole front of the house is south-facing windows. Delta. The whole front of the house is south-facing windows, so we have an abundance of beautiful light. Not only is the front house south-facing windows, but this whole sunroom right here is west-facing. So this house gets light, okay, bright light, so much so that it's too much for some of my plants, and that brings me to this one. So I do have this in our bathroom right now, which I have this one and the Scindapsis in our bathroom currently, and I have it in there because it is a south-facing window, but it's a small south-facing window, and it has what's it called? You can't see through the window. You know what I'm talking about. What is it called? Not stained glass. What is it called? I don't know. But I'll take a picture and show you what it looks like. But it is so happy in there. It has already grown so much. Shh. Sit. It has already grown so much since being in my care. The leaves are again a little smaller than it was in, you know, growing in Costa Farms, but that is to be expected. They grow them, you know, in greenhouse conditions, so it is hard to maintain that level of light and humidity and stuff, but it has grown so much in my care. I'm seeing so many beautiful leaves every day with new growth on the way everywhere. So I am just so over the moon about this plant. I saved this one for last because I feel like the plant people are going to freak out when they find out that this is at the big box stores nowadays. And if you are a beginner plant parent, consider yourself lucky, because we did not all get this at the beginning of our plant journey, and now that I have the space and light for it, I feel like this is going to become one of my favorite plants in my collection. So I just cannot believe that I got this plant at a big box store. I am so excited about it. Ooh, this leaf looks like it's gonna be stunning. Ooh, I opened it. Look at that leaf. My goodness gracious. That is gonna be a beautiful leaf. So yeah, that is number one, probably favorite out of this entire collection. I really like the tortum as well, but I thought this video would be interesting because these are a lot of plants that I have had in the past. Well, some of them, not all of them. They are plants like this one and the Philodendron tortum. These are plants that I have had in the past that I have recently brought back into my collection, and I'm so happy to do so. I got them both for such an amazing price, and I could not possibly say no when I got them. I feel like this is going to be one that I trade with a lot of friends and pass off to a lot of fellow planty parents, because this is such a cool plant and I have obviously a lot to spread the love. So yeah, I just can't believe I got this from Costa Farms. It says it's the collector series. Heck yeah, it is. And I am a plant collector, let me tell you. It says specialty house plant. That's the name of it. People don't even know what they got. Someone might walk by this and not even know what it is. Back in COVID days, this size, I don't even know, $200, $250, like insane prices on this plant. Like I said, $60. $60. I got 3 leaves for twice the price of this back in the day. Crazy. Yeah, I can't believe that I have it now. So yeah. Let me double check my list. I'm pretty sure that is everything. And like I said, this is everything that I purchased, spent my moolah on. I have traded and got a lot more plants than that. So the plant bringing into my home has been very aggressive lately. I feel like that happens every spring, summertime, but I am good on plants for a while. We are not bringing any more plants into this household for a while because I obviously have more than enough and I don't need to be worrying about that right now. Oh, look at this thing. It's so gorgeous. You are so gorgeous. Do you even know how gorgeous you are? So yeah, that is it for this video. Delta is telling me she needs to go potty, so I'm gonna do that, but I just wanted to show you everything that I have added to my collection recently. Let me know if you have any of these plants. Let me know if you go to the big box store in search of these plants. Almost everything was from the big box store, minus those Hoyas. Yeah, every single plant minus those 3 Hoyas was from the big box store. Crazy. And I'm not normally a big box store plant purchaser, but they just be having the best stuff recently. I can't help myself. So let me know if you are going to go search for these at your big box stores, and let me know if you find them, because these are some gems, you guys. All right, Delta needs to go potty. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Thought that I would be a bit at peace.